So guys, we are going to do something a little bit different. We do not have a lore corner for you this week. That was not just a quick little joke. We genuinely don't have one because we are working on a new series, as mentioned earlier, on Zavala and some of the other denizens of the tower. Some of our favorite planetary vendors that may or may not meet an untimely fate going forward as we begin to evacuate the planets. So we're gonna do a little bit something different this week. We're gonna talk some mods. We're gonna talk the new subclass trees, but we're not gonna actually talk about the supers and abilities. We're gonna leave those for next week to talk about with the hunter when it goes live. But Corey, have you seen how these new trees look?
I saw a little bit. I looked at the Titan ones a little bit.
Okay.
Um, just because, like, to be honest, I don't really care about the other classes. I try. Like,
Right.
I've finally leveled up my Warlock and my Hunter up to close to where my Titan is. Anyway.
So here's what I want to get into. I'm looking at we're looking at the Warlock page right now that went up on Tuesday, and in this they have a section below where they talk about all the abilities, just like they do with the Titan one that went live this morning, and it says customizing stasis. And we're going to read a little bit of what this says. If you play Destiny long enough, choosing the right subclass for each situation can be crucial to the outcome of a fight. Titans have the bubble, Warlock have the well, skilled Guardians know how important these abilities can be in a pinch. With Beyond Light and Stasis, we're giving you even more flexibility to customize your style of play. So taking a look at this, when you go into the subclass tree, this really looks like an RPG right off the bat. You have
Yes,
three
it
different
does.
sections. You have abilities, you have aspects, and you have fragments. So each stasis subclass in Beyond Light will give players the ability to customize abilities like grenades, movement, class abilities, and so on. In addition, we've added new layers of customization with the addition of aspects and fragments. Aspects manifest as physical items in the world, such as crystallized Vex conflux or a robotic fallen arm. When slotted in, aspects will offer players new abilities among other effects. These abilities can be mixed and matched freely by the player. Many aspects will have space for fragments to be slotted in. Fragments are also physical items you can discover in the world that, when applied to aspects, offer additional passive perks, such as stat bonuses that may come with penalties, such as plus 10 strength and minus 10 intellect. Aspect upgrades are unique to each stasis subclass, while fragment slots are class agnostic. How players combine these two different types of upgrades will lead to a wide range of customization options. So we're going to talk about a couple of the examples that they give us. So looking at the Warlock subclass, at the Shadebinder, one of the aspects they have is Frost Pulse. It takes one fragment slot, and it says a conflux trapped motionless in crystal. Infinite possibilities held in tranquil inertia. You unleash the darkness within, suspending your enemies in harrowing stillness. Casting your rift generates a shockwave that freezes nearby combatants, and it is a Vex conflux. This is what I want from this game.
Yeah.
This is taking what the original artifact system was in Rise of Iron and the Taken King, and it's doing something awesome with it. It's building on the seasonal artifact that I see with us, having that as an option, like the Gate Lord's Eye or the Warmind Sword, the Tree of Silver Wings. I could see stuff like that coming back and being aspects that we have. Like, oh, you played these seasons and you finished your season pass, congratulations, you get a special version of this. Not that I think they'll actually do that, but I think it would be cool. And then stasis fragments, for example, one of them that they give says it's called the Whisper of Bonds. Defeating frozen targets with weapons grants you super energy, but to apply that, you have to take a stat penalty of 10 intellect and 10 discipline. So you really have to think through, like, okay, what's the kind of build I want to make? Like, customizing your character is taking on an even bigger emphasis than it did in Forsaken and in Shadowkeep, which is what the hardcore base has been asking for so long in this game. Make it more like an actual MMO. You keep saying that it's an MMO. It's not. This, I think, signals that shift towards it finally.
Yeah.
And it's laid out enough that even new players will be able to understand this, I think, once they play it. And they've said basically I don't know if they've said it, but it's kind of been alluded to that if this goes over well, they want to see how this goes. If this goes over well, this may expand to other classes as well. Personally, I hope that this becomes the standard going forward.
Yeah.
Maybe introduce a new subclass tree each season. You have enough to be able to do that. Like, one season it's going to be Solar, one it's going to be Arc, one it's going to be Void.
Yeah.
I would love to see that personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, for example, Warlock finds the Frost Pulse aspect in the world and equips it. It augments the Rift ability and also has a fragment slot allowing for further customization. The Warlock can slot in the Whisper of Refraction fragment that replenishes some of their class ability energy upon shattering enemies. They have now set themselves up with a nice 1-2 punch and, if played skillfully, can use this combo frequently. This is the stuff I'm excited to see. Particularly somebody who really likes using ranged melee with my Hunter. Or likes using my smoke with my Voidwalker, or not Voidwalker, my Night Stalker.
Using that as a Warlock, I see.
Oh man, yeah, I've read too much about Warlocks today.
Oh man,
I'm really excited for that. And of course, those will tie in with the Shadebinder subclass, which is the whole purpose of this, right?
Right.
I want to see this come to every other class, though. I'm very here for the RPG aspect of this game now.
Yeah. There's definitely I hope they kind of, like you said, make this change to the other subclasses, maybe moving forward, or like, maybe when the Witch Queen comes out and they finally kind of like, we've kind of theorized that maybe they'll add put in an upgraded engine, and like maybe make more permanent changes to the game.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what a lot of this fall is going to be. Frankly, I think that it was pushed back because they just were not going to be able to get it ready in time. The big back end changes.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I would rather it take longer in order to make it the best possible version of the game that it can be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Sure. But that is all we've got on the stasis classes, because we are of course going to save the actual abilities of the Shadebinder and of the Behemoth for next week.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about these subclasses, though, for sure.
And we are going to go back. We will go back over artifacts and fragments.
Yeah.
We will go back over those again next week, just to be completely clear on them. Give everybody kind of a refresher. I want to talk about this a couple times because this is going to be a big thing. It seems like we're going to be given the subclass, and then it's going to be like, okay, congratulations, we gave it to you. Figure everything else out on your own, which I'm excited for. I'm here for it. I like it. Bring it on.
Yep, I'm here for it too.